Hey team, today we're making steak sauce. Um, the goal here is to make a reduction sauce. Know that we're always going to treat sauces that are reduced or reduction sauces as something that is going to take some time. Okay, and in this instance, we're going to flavor and reduce some balsamic vinegar. Okay, this is going to be your steak sauce. For the ingredients, I have the quarter cup of brown sugar that you received. You have 1 cup container that has your raisins, and it has your anchovies and your cloves and your cumin seed. Um, I have some celery seed from your previous kit. You should have lots of that. You're only going to need a little bit. I have my 2 cups of balsamic vinegar that have included the red wine vinegar. It's in here. I already put it in there for you. One of my baggies of garlic, and it's 6 cloves in there, and 1 onion that I cut up, and I cut it fairly big. So this is a fairly easy recipe. The idea is we're gonna put everything in the pot, starting with our liquid. So I'm going to take my balsamic, and know that this balsamic vinegar, number one, don't let it get to your chef coat. That was a little hot there. If it gets to your chef coat, it's going to stain, and it's most likely going to stain forever. Okay, so that my pot was a little hot, but we're all calmed down now, so we're good to go. I have my onion, and I'm gonna push that in here carefully, trying not to splash myself. Okay, and I'm gonna continue adding all my ingredients in here until they're all in, and the goal here is to bring it to a simmer. Okay, and once it comes to a simmer, we're gonna let it gently cook here. And an important part of not only this recipe but most recipes is that it tells you that it will cook for 20 to 25 minutes or until it reduces by 2/3. That to me is really what we're looking for. We're looking for it to reduce by 2/3. Okay, so look at the line on the pot that it makes once you pour everything in there, and then we're trying to reduce that by 2/3. Mix everything well. The raisins will start plumping up and releasing some of their sugar. The onions will get wilted, but it's important to not boil this. Okay, like don't leave it at a boil to try to do it fast. 2 things: it won't taste nearly as good as it should. But most importantly, if the balsamic burns in your pot, you're gonna spend some days taking it out of there if it comes out. Okay, so the idea here is bring it to a simmer, let it go nice and slow, mix it from now and then so your raisins don't stick to the bottom of your pan, and we'll see you in about, it says 20 to 25 minutes. It really should take a little over a half an hour. Okay, so I'll see you as soon as it's... This is what your steak sauce is supposed to look like when it's simmering there slowly. Hey team, our steak sauce is ready. When you look at it, part of it, you'll look at the amount of reduction that you have done. So look at the side of the pot, and it should have a line where you started and a line where you have. The raisins should be above the liquid. Okay, so I'm trying to show you, but I know this is all dark. The clip that I posted before was for that reason, because it was kind of dark. But before we strain this, it's really important to go ahead and just sit it down. You can do it either on your counter or right on your stovetop, and grab your spoon and press all the garlic, the anchovies, the raisins, all of this stuff. press it really good. And the goal is that now we're gonna try to take as much liquid as it went into all those raisins and all the things that we have in here, and squeeze it back into the sauce, okay? And then once you've done that, you can go ahead. I have a bowl with a strainer right here. You can go ahead and strain it. This is not gonna be nearly as thick as our demi or any of the sauces that we've done so far, but it is very strong and very strong smell. So try not to be over it because it's vinegar and it'll make you choke. You'll be coughing. It'll be a new experience. Okay, so but still, when I have it here in the strainer, I push all these raisins. Okay. And there is a way to thicken this sauce if you like to. And what I like to do is I go in here and I take this raisin mixture and I put about a third of the mixture into the blender with the sauce, and it'll give you the texture you need, but it also makes it a little bit sweeter, and that's why I'm not doing it right now. It's just a lot of raisin and a lot of onion, and know that the onion is also going to provide some sweetness here. So, but you should be able to smash all of it, including the garlic should all smash. Okay, we'll go down here, make sure we grab everything we need. Okay, and then we're looking at this sauce. It's somewhat thin. It coats whatever container you have. It should coat it really well. Then we're gonna give it a taste. It's pretty good. It needs a little touch of salt. This sauce does not require pepper. You can add it if you like to, especially if you're gonna use it for steak, you can. But I like leaving it with just salt. And the anchovies should provide a really, really good flavor here. You see about the way that it coats the spoon it's like it's almost really, really thick. It's almost syrupy. There we are. Nice and balanced. You're looking for the flavor of the balsamic and the flavor of the anchovies. Should be somewhat salty, sweet like onions, a little bit of the raisin at the end, and then a little bit of acid. Not too much acid, a little bit of acid. If it makes you cough and you're not right over it, it's a little too acidic, which it means that it might need more reduction, or it might need a little bit more, a little bit of sugar, or you can just blend some of this amazing mixture and it should be in there, and cool it down. I like cooling it down. I'll take a bowl with ice and I'll sink this jar in there because I like just keeping this in the fridge, and every time I have steak I'll have a little bit of this. There you go. Notice that I have less than half of what I started with. Okay, there's steak sauce. Thank you.